I got the moves. I got the moves. Oh, I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
I had another video planned for today, but this topic is clearly way more important. It's time we talk about Russell Westbrook. The Utah Jazz, led by a rookie named Donovan Mitchell, beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in 6 games, which is just crazy and disappointing for all OKC fans. You could honestly call the Thunder the most disappointing team in the NBA, but I'm not here to talk about that today. Seeing as I've already made a video on the whole OKC squad, I figured it was time to focus a video on one player in particular. Today, it's Russell Westbrook. There has been a lot of talks that he is overrated ever since his historic season last year. So, is he? I'm going to be going over that in today's video. If you are new and enjoyed the video, subscribe for more NBA content. But with that being said, let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Let me quickly say something because I have to do this every time I make one of these videos. Overrated does not mean the player is bad. It means they are not as good as they are made out to be, whether that is by fans or analysis. But now, let's get into this. Let's take a look at the stats to start, as this is a massive argument for Russell Westbrook being overrated. According to many, Westbrook stat padded last season, and that's why he got a triple-double average and is MVP. There are also many clips on YouTube clarifying this as proof, and it's a decent argument to be honest. There are definitely instances where Westbrook looks like he's snatching rebounds he doesn't need just so he can get his own stats up. But when it comes to being overrated, it's not the greatest argument you can have. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but when you're the best player on your team and everyone else is subpar, excluding Steven Adams, then you do have to do a lot to take your team far, and I can say that though his stats may be overrated, his wins aren't. They are very legit wins. So I can see the argument for him being overrated for stat padding, but then this is where things get a bit out of hand. Some people have gone as far to say that Westbrook stat padded this season, which is ridiculous. What I saw when I watched OKC games was Westbrook trying his best to get his team wins. You can't just get those stats along 2 other all-star caliber players for no reason. There has to be effort, and that's what I saw. I didn't see easy rebounds like last season. He just played very aggressively and it worked out for him to get another triple-double average. Shout out to him, man. Doing that 2 years in a row is absolutely crazy. So to conclude, Russ is not overrated for stat padding, especially in this season. He's just been aggressive, trying to get his team wins. If anything, he was the reason the team got so far. But another reason people call Russ overrated is because of his turnovers, and this is a massive weakness in Westbrook's game. This season he has been averaging 4.8 turnovers a game, which is atrocious, with a 2.1 assist to turnover ratio, which is also really bad. The season prior, he averaged 5.4 turnovers a game, and over the last 4 seasons he's averaged 4.7 turnovers a game. That is an unacceptable stat. The saddest thing about this stat though is that most of these turnovers come in the crunch time, where champions are made, where legacies are born and raised, and when these moments come in, it's very hard to predict whether Westbrook will come out and perform. He's just so inconsistent in this area. I know a lot of you are going to go down now in the comments and say, what about Harden? He does the same thing. This video is about Westbrook. I'll get to Harden when his time comes around. Let's look at the playoffs. Westbrook was a monster in the playoffs and did his best for the team in the elimination game, getting 46 points, but if you look at the whole series, what do we see? 5 turnovers, 6 turnovers, 4 turnovers, an average of 5.2 turnovers a game. In a stage like this, that amount of turnovers is unacceptable. Let's look at Kevin Durant for a second. Without Curry, Durant has had to step up and take a bigger role and have a higher usage rate. He put up similar numbers to Westbrook except for one thing: turnovers. KD only averaged 3 turnovers in round 1 with a similar usage rate, so this proves that Russ can do it too, but he doesn't. He's always turning the ball over, and I can definitely see why this is a reason why people call him overrated. Another thing is his field goal percentage. Westbrook typically shoots 45% from the field, but when the playoffs come around, this dropped to below 40%. I'm going to use KD as an example again. In the regular season, Durant shoots 49%, and in the playoffs, it does drop by 1%. That's barely a difference. Russell's drops by over 5%. Stars, Superstars even do not shoot that bad in the playoffs. You could say Kobe does, but at least he gets past a first round matchup of a team led by a rookie. Just remember that. Kobe can get rings shooting inefficiently. Westbrook can't. It's something as simple as that that will define Westbrook's legacy. The final thing I want to talk about is leadership. Is Russell Westbrook an overrated leader? Well, I'm sorry, but if you can't take a team with another All-Star, a former All-Star, and a borderline star big man past a rookie, then I'm sorry, you are overrated as a leader. Westbrook is the leader. You can tell by the stats, by the plays the Thunder run, by the way he plays the game. He is no doubt the leader. And again, if you are the leader, you cannot let a team led by a rookie run you over like that. I know, it's clear he tried his best. 46 points in a closeout game is fantastic, but it's clearly not enough. OKC was not prepared for Utah, and now they are starting their summer early. But is Westbrook overrated? It's hard to define. Stats-wise, no, he's as good as people say. As a leader, then I'm leaning towards the more overrated side. But what do you guys think? Is Russell Westbrook overrated? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.
Draw the top on the highest sports car. Need a bad bit and it come glass sports bro. Go hard, smoke weed till my lust torch.
116, I'm a clean
yeah,
like a
Fiji water on my wrist. Hoes all on my dick, cause I look like Richie Rich. I got hoes